Oh my, blunders the rook. Blunders the rook in one move. What are you doing? Sacrifices the rook! What's up, you chess brainiacs? Welcome back to another video on the Force Drive YouTube channel. Today, I'm going to be playing Guess the Elo on 4 games that my mod LG sent me in my Discord server. These games are absolutely diabolical from start to finish, and I got pretty close on a couple of my guesses, but on other ones, I did not get close at all. If you can guess correctly before I reveal the answers, feel free to leave a comment with your answers. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the games. Alrighty guys, let's get this Guess the Elo underway. So we're going to be watching 2 games from White's perspective, and then we're going to watch 2 games from Black's perspective. And we're going to go through the entire game, see how it goes, and then at the end we will do the review and see what they were actually rated. So let's get right into it. So let's see here. We have E4, E5. We get Queen H5. Okay, so my brain immediately goes to these players are below, I'd say they're probably below 1,000, if I had to guess. I mean, I guess 1,000 players could play this move like this, but like nobody would play this. Captain Bill says 2,900 Elo. Good guess. So after this, we get Knight to C6, Bishop C4, Pawn G6, because you have to get the queen out of there. You can't put your queen there. Now, depending on what he does with this person does with this queen is going to be a very important piece of the puzzle. Okay, so the queen slides back. Honestly, yeah, just block your knight from developing. I guess your knight can still go here. But, gosh, yeah, that queen move in the beginning looked weird. So, oh my god, what is that move? Knight H6. Okay. This, like, I don't, like, what am I looking at here? Okay, so Knight H6. Good move from White playing Pawn D3, freeing the bishop up to attack the knight here. So the knight jumps into D4, attacking the queen. I also like that move because it is protected by the pawn. Queen slides back. Good, good. And also, originally White should have probably just brought the queen all the way back, so you don't even have to worry about the knight getting there. But the queen slides back. Then the pawn strikes at the middle with D5. Okay. Attacking the bishop and the pawn. So the pawn... Actually, that's not a blunder. I thought they just blundered their bishop. I do think that's a bad move, though. So the bishop jumps in attacking the queen. And you got to keep in mind, a move like this loses tempo, because White's literally just going to play this. Bingo, and then you basically just... What? Then takes the bishop. Okay, like, this move would make sense, I guess, after the pawn takes, because you have this. That would make sense. And why is the board white now? Yeah, I can't actually do moves like that. Okay. Yeah, because like a move like this would make sense, because when the queen comes in here, you have no pieces that can block it. Actually, that's mate. I think that's mate in 2. Because the queen goes there, you're in check, then you go here. No, that's not mate in 2. That's crazy though. Okay, but anyways, pawn takes. Okay. So Black is just down a whole bishop right now. And instead of... Okay, I was going to say take the knight here, but the bishop does still cover that. Queen jumps into A4, creating a check. What? Why would you move your king? You block. Okay. Knight C3. Develop a piece. Alright. The Elo range I'm thinking is probably right around, probably between 700 and 900. No, it's probably lower. It's probably 700 and 500. So knight moves to E2, attacking the queen. Check is delivered. And now you probably block with the knight. Good. And the queen takes the pawn. Yeah, that was a free pawn there. Queen slides back, pinning the queen to the king. Takes. Knight jumps forward to d5. And yeah, no, White's winning like completely and utterly right now. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I think it is even actually now that I think about it. So rook jumps into e8. Bishop forward. Pawn strikes. Knight takes. What if you could have played a move like this? Nah. You probably don't want to take that, actually. So rook jumps here. Oh my! Blunders the rook. Blunders the rook in one move. What are you doing? Sacrifices the rook! What is bro thinking? Alright, black is cooked. Rook slides over. Hangs the knight. What are you doing? Takes. Okay, these people, they still have 5 minutes on their clock. Why are we blundering pieces? Rook slides over. Yes, and now the king's going to get in and eat the bishop. Yes. Oh, no. The king's not going to do that. He's going to slide back. The pawn is striking. Oh, my God. Bishop slides up. Attacking the rook. Oh, my word. This is hurting my eyes. Here. Oh, my. It's a... Oh, what... What are you doing? Oh my word, the position is completely blundered now. Because the rook's covering the pawn, the bishop's covering the pawn, and no matter what move you do, if you go here, pawn's going to take with check. And you can't even take it back. Actually, I think you take with check here. You have to take, that's the only move you have to take with check. Oh, he finds the move. Okay. Promote to a queen. Okay. It's not so bad. Not so bad anymore. Check. Eat the bishop. Okay. I thought for sure White was going to fumble the bag here. Alright, so after this, it's pretty standard cleanup, right? And checkmate. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys looked at that, but I did not look at that. Alright, so my final guess for this one is probably, based on all the unbelievable blunders that I just witnessed, my guess is 755. 755 is my guess. Survey says 815, 851. Okay, so 755 was kind of realistic. What on earth was this, dude? Yeah, sack the bishop? Like, what on earth? Okay. Just blunder everything. Missed a piece there. Yeah, yikes. Okay, that was rough. Oh my gosh. What on earth? Yeah, and then you just cleaned up. All right, touche. All right, so I was kind of close. Mongo was further away from me in the chat. All right, game 2. Watching from White's perspective again. So we have e4, e6. So it's looking like a French defense. Okay. Pawn strikes. Now what do you do with this knight? That is not a free piece. That is not a free piece. I am already thinking 500 elo. Knight slides back. Queen slides up. Pawn pushes. Okay. White's already down a knight. Bishop slides up. Okay. And this is now... No, that's not a free pawn. Bishop still covers. Okay, so queen slides down, attacking the pawn. You probably don't want to do that because you lose tempo. You lose tempo, like we just said in the previous game. You don't want to shoot pieces forward and create checks when you can just get blocked. And now this pawn's attacking the bishop, so the bishop has to move now. Now this pawn's going to fall. Or maybe not. Okay. So knight jumps back to e2. Castles. Castles. Ooh, this is tricky. Wait, I don't even think that pawn was hanging. Yeah, it was hanging. Because the knight wasn't there yet. Okay, okay. So castles. Knight jumps forward. Pawn push. Trying to fiend shadow the bishop. I don't hate it. You do guys do something about this pawn first, though. Because that will be hanging if you go here. Because when the queen takes. So queen slides down and creates a check. King slides over to h1. Knight d4. Knight c3. Knight takes on f3. Pawn takes on f3. Probably want to take with the knight here. Or honestly, probably want to take with the queen. Maybe not. I feel like you should take with the... probably with the queen. But you don't want to take with the pawn. That's a bad move. Alright, so pawn takes. Bishop jumps forward to d6. Bishop slides up to b2. Bishop takes on f4. And now this is just a free pawn. Missed by black. Why would you move? Why would you move the bishop? You just removed the defender of this knight. One of the defenders. So after bishop takes, you can't take that. Oh my gosh, this is just an absolute slurry. Bye-bye, rookie. You can't take that. Actually, you probably can take back. Queen takes, queen takes. Okay, so black is just absolutely dominating white. White is cooked. White's down like 12 pieces. So, okay, so rook e8. Rook takes on a1. Check. A little reminder for you guys. Don't move so fast. Because now it's a fork. And you're going to lose another piece. And it looks like black is just going to go ahead and clean up the position here. Check. Another fork. Although that knight did get eaten. Takes. Bro. Literally. Here. 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 Yeah, like, dude, just mate with your rooks. Mate with your rooks. And then black delivers checkmate on move 47. Okay, so my ELO guess is going to be... Gosh, that was... White looked horrendous. I'm going to guess 475. 475 is my guess. Yeah, that's the guess. 475. Survey says... $359 against $398. Wow. Wowza. They actually played really good games, both of them, according to chess.com. Chess.com guessed 1,100 for one of them, for the guy that won, and then 800 for the other guy. Jeez. Yeah, I don't really know why you take free pawn. Obviously, you move your knight somewhere else. You probably move your knight here. What is the top engine move? Top engine move is 92. Here. And if pushes... C takes. The queen can't take, right? Yeah, queen can't take because it's the discovered. After c3, bishop attacks, and then queen has to fall back to d8. And then, yeah. Surprisingly, I don't think there were any blunders. There were no just straight up blunders, I don't think. Yeah, dude. Like, what is this? Who? I don't know. Who's challenging me to a game? What on earth? Somebody just sent me a challenge. Cannot play. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, well, there were no blunders in that game. Crazy. All right, next game. All right, game 3. Watch it from Black's perspective, this one. So we have d4, g6. Fianchetting the bishop right away. d4, okay, very principled. Very principled. Okay, two and fianchetto bishops. Okay. Here. Now jumps to c3. Knight e7. Okay. Pawn strikes on h4. Knight d7. I honestly like this structure. Black taking some time to wait, has a very principled structure, and I love that they didn't take the bishop here. If you take the bishop here, you're cooked. Okay, so this can get a little bit scary really fast, and also these people are playing very, very fast. Knight f6. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Can you play a move? Sorry, I don't want to mess this up. Can you play a move like this? In here? No, because you can't take that pawn because the knight's still covering. Okay. So strike there. Actually, that is a good move. Get the knight off the defensive square. Takes, takes. That jumps there. Blocking the rook's view. Okay, so I'm already feeling a little over 1,000. I'm thinking between, as it stands, between 1,000 probably. 1,000 and probably 1,300 is where I'm at right now. Queen jumps forward. d4. Castles. And you got to watch out for tricks here too, because if the king was like here, there's a trick here where you can sack the bishop, take, and then your queen will fall. So fun little note for you. Rook slides over to d8. Almost said d4. d8. Queen g5. Now this knight's being threatened. Nice move. That's a great move. Create a check on the king while also getting the queen off the board. Nicely done. And now the bishop's hanging. Bishop slides down. Good move, good move. Takes, takes. And now the rooks are staring at each other. Ooh, and the knight jumps forward, creating a check. Nice. Oh, and it was a fork, winning a pawn. Nice, nice. So attack the rook here. Takes, takes. Rook slides down to h4, attacking the knight. So white's down a pawn right now. Takes, takes. Ooh, and that move loses a pawn. And I can also tell black's using a lot of time to think out this position. So I love that from black. He is a little bit lower on time, but it's fine. That might have been a mouse slip. I think the rook was trying to take here. I think that was a mouse slip. Okay, so rook f8. Knight f3. And f5. King slides over to d2. Check. This position looks very, very even right now. Black is up a pawn now. So takes. Rook takes. Good job taking with the rook and not the pawn, so you don't double your pawns. Okay. I swear, if LG trolled me and made these one of my games, and I guess my elo to be 1,300, I'm going to crash out. Alright, so takes. Slide down. Good maneuvering. Oh my gosh, clinical. Takes, and the pawn will take. And after, if the king slides over, you just get the king in here and you just start pushing P. Exceptional. And you, ooh. Yeah, actually that wouldn't have worked. I thought the rook was here. I was thinking you could take here. But nar. There. Okay, so the rook takes. Okay, so check. Push the pawn. Good job. Check. Push the pawn. And white resigned. Clinical. Okay, so I could already tell that these players knew exactly what they were doing. These were much better than the first two players. And Black used a lot of time. Kind of reminds me of myself. Used a lot of time to really try and hammer the position. Gosh, okay, so... Yeah, this was very principled. Excuse me. Alright. I'm going to guess... I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to guess 1635. 1635 is my guess. Survey says. Okay. Okay. Very highly ELO rated players. Nice. Wow. I was closer than everybody that was guessing in the chat. 1635. So they were 1891 and 1952. They played an atrocious game, by the way. The winner played a 68% accurate game, and Black played a 61.3% accurate game. Just.com guessed their ELOs to be 1550 and 1400. Oh, wait. Sorry, I gotta watch from Black's perspective. I mean, every move just looks like a blunder, according to chess.com, but... Love that move. That's a fantastic move. Ooh, trying to create the threat of getting the rook in here. Sneaky. Why is that a blunder? Takes. Oh, and then you fork. Ah, sneaky. Oh my gosh, go back. And then you blundered a pawn. Yeah, that had to have been a mouse slip there. Crazy. And then completely blundered the position. Good lord, there were like 300 blunders. Blunder. The pawn. Yeah, and then White just finished the game off. Nice. White was low on time, too. They were getting a little low. They're probably getting a little stressed out. All right, cool. GG's to these two. All right. Next game. All right, game 4, final game. Let's jump right into it. We have another E4 on the board. How about E5? Knight of 3. Knight C6. Pawn D4. Takes on D4. Ooh, and the knight jumps in. The knight is covered by the bishop. Okay. Knight jumps forward. Creating some threats on this pawn. Bishop jumps forward to C4. Okay. Pawn strikes at the center with D5. Pawn takes. Knight A5. Attacking the bishop. You do kind of blunder a pawn there in the process. Wait. Oh my god, 2 pawns just got blundered. Right? Yeah, 2 pawns just got blundered. What? Okay. Alright. So, takes the bishop. You're going to get that... I was going to say here, but you do have here. Although when that happens, you have this. Now just kidding, the bishop still covers. Alright, never mind. So there, castles. Pawn pushes. Okay, this is a Scotch game, I believe. Yeah, Scotch game. 94. Knight B or pawn B5. Knight takes on F6. Takes back. Queen slides back. Okay, so I'm already thinking these players are above 1200. Jumps in, forking the pieces. Not technically a fork though, because the queen is still covering. The pawn was still covering this bishop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bruv. What are you doing? Blunders checkmate in one move. Alright, I take it back. Black had an atrocious opening. Nine minutes. They had 9 minutes on their clock still. Oh my god, Lord. What on earth is this? Good Lord. Okay. Let me go into the thinking tank for a quick second here. Plundering mate in one is diabolical. Okay, so... Oh, that just threw me through a whole loop. What on earth is this? What on earth is this? Black played an atrocious opening. Atrocious. This is horrendous. And white blunders mate in one? Okay. So white, based on how white played very principled up until that checkmating point. And white played this move in 20 seconds. So in 20 seconds, he couldn't figure out that there was mate in one here. So I am going to guess... Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to think. I'm going to guess... 1,025. 1,025 is my guess. Yeah, 1,025 is my guess. All right. Survey says... a basic 1,500 ELO player blunders mate in one. Dog, what are you doing? What are you doing? Great opening by black, by the way. Wait, I gotta watch from black's perspective. Or sorry, great opening from white, I should say. What is this, a Scotch gambit? Scotch game? Scotch Gambit, Dubois, Ready, Perox variation. Okay. Huh. Wow. And the main one. Jeez. What an absolute slurry. Holy heck, that's crazy. Wow. Crazy. Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like, a comment, tell me what you think. Were you able to guess any of these ELOs? And if you enjoyed chess content, I post these videos a couple times a week. And I also want to give a quick shout out to my friend LG who sent me these games in. Very, very fun games to analyze and look at. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to do the things that I just told you. And you might find, I believe, this video right here, you might find that video interesting too. It is a Magnus Blunders video, and I think you might find it very, very interesting. There's a lot of Magnus table slams in it. But, alright guys, well yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Oh, and join my Discord server, link in the description down below. Take care, guys. Peace.